Welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of the human endocrine system. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, please check out my channel. In today's video, I will be going through more endocrine glands. The first one, the thyroid gland. Second, the adrenal glands. First, let us look at the thyroid gland. What is the thyroid gland? The thyroid gland is an H-shaped gland that has two lobes on either side of the trachea. This is just below the larynx, which is in the anterior part of the neck. Thyroxine is the hormone that is secreted by the thyroid gland. When the pituitary gland secretes TSH, the thyroid gland is stimulated to secrete thyroxine. The functions of thyroxine is that it regulates metabolic rate, which means that when energy is needed, thyroxine increases the rate of oxidation of glucose in the cells. Another function is that it affects the growth and functioning of the heart and nervous system. Iodine is essential to produce thyroxine. It is from the foods we eat and water we drink, from where we get iodine. Insufficient iodine results in the thyroid glands enlarging, forming and swelling. This is goiter. Undersecretion of thyroxine, which is hypothyroidism, is a symptom of low metabolic rate. Undersecretion in children results in low metabolic rate, which causes slow skeletal development, dwarf, and slow mental development as well. The skin becomes thick and dry, the tongue enlarges and sticks out the mouth, cretinism. Undersecretion in adults results in a low metabolic rate, which causes memory loss, slowness of thought, speech and movement. The skin becomes thick and dry, and the person's mass may increase, myoexodema. Oversecretion of thyroxine, hyperthyroidism. Symptoms are increased metabolic rate that lead to hyperactivity and nervous tension, development of different types of goiter, resulting in protrusion, sticking out of the eye. Next, we move on to the adrenal glands. What are adrenal glands? It is a pair of small glands that are located one on top of each kidney. Like the kidney, each adrenal gland has an adrenal cortex and an adrenal medulla. Oversecretion of aldosterone causes too much salt to be retained in the blood, causing lots of water to be retained by various tissues that start to swell. Edema. Adrenaline is produced under stressful conditions. This is why people perform better under mild stress. This can be in sporting or work-related activities. Too much stress or stress over a long period of time can lead to coronary artery disease. A hormone that is secreted by the adrenal glands is aldosterone, which is secreted in the adrenal cortex. Aldosterone has two main functions. It regulates the amount of salt in the blood, and it works with ADH to bring about water balance. Shortage of sodium in the blood. The adrenal cortex secretes more around the distal and collecting tubules. Less sodium ions are secreted in the urine. Excess sodium ions in the blood. Aldosterone secretion is decreased, and less sodium is reabsorbed by capillaries around the distal and collecting tubules, which allows more sodium to be lost in the urine. Osmosis is a process that takes place in the adrenal glands. Water moves from a weak or dilute to a strong or concentrated solution. This means by controlling the salt content of the medulla of the kidneys, aldosterone affects the reabsorption of water in the kidneys. To perform this function, aldosterone works together with ADH, which is secreted by the pituitary gland. Since ADH increases the permeability of the collecting ducts of the nephron. Adrenaline is another hormone that is secreted by the adrenal glands. Adrenaline is secreted in the adrenal medulla. Adrenaline prepares the body to meet emergencies whenever danger threatens. We need to think clearly. Muscles need additional strength for quick and forceful action. This means extra energy needs to be supplied to our brain and muscles quickly. Metabolic rate in our brains and muscles must increase so that they get more energy quickly. For the metabolic rate to increase, we need more glucose, more oxygen, and more thyroxine. The thyroid gland needs to secrete more thyroxine. The heart needs to beat faster to supply more oxygen and glucose quickly to the brain and skeletal muscles. Before this happens, glycogen needs to be converted to glucose, which is in the liver and muscles, and breathing rate needs to increase to get more oxygen. What are the functions of adrenaline? It needs to happen quickly and energy is provided at an extra rate. Increases rate and depth of breathing to obtain more oxygen quickly. It causes liver to convert more glycogen to glucose. Another function is that it increases the rate of the heartbeat and blood pressure, so blood can be carried quickly to muscles and brain. It causes blood vessels of the muscles, heart, and brain to dilate, so more blood can be taken to these parts. Adrenaline causes blood vessels of digestive systems and skin to constrict, so that less blood is sent to these parts and more blood becomes available for the heart, brain, and skeletal muscles. Adrenaline increases metabolic rate of cells in the brain and skeletal muscles, so more energy is released for muscular activity and clear thought. It increases the tone of skeletal muscles so that they can function more effectively. Thank you for watching my video today. This is part 3 of the endocrine system. For part 1 and 2, please see the videos on my channel. Credits of this presentation template goes to SlidesGo. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. If you have any other suggestions, please email me at the email address provided on the screen, or you can comment below on any of my videos.